It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Colts' superstar tight end. He's coming off a 109-yard game last week. It's the Colts and the Jags on Sunday night primetime.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storyline. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. Olsen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That one complete to Parker. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for Johnston a week ago. 6 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Anderson. Thomas brings it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Anderson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jahmyr Gibbs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. Olsen. He's got Gibson on the out route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Jaguars at 5-3 now on the year, and they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Olsen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw on 2nd down. Olsen firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Parker the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. You look at this Colt defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down now, it's Parker. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Looking to throw. Anderson.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Anderson. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Anderson.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw again.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass out left finds Johnston. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Olsen.
That'll be caught by Parker.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Olsen. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on 1st down. Parker. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Olsen. He finds his man. Complete. It's Newman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Olsen. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Off play action. Olsen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Olsen. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Olsen. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Anderson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand, because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Olsen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Anderson throwing on first down.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Anderson got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Operating from the gun. Anderson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Anderson. Finds Gibbs on the check down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on 3rd down, Anderson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now Anderson, back to the air on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Mingo with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. On 1st and 10, Olsen. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Throwing on first down, Olsen. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Up the middle they go. It's Parker. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Operating from the gun, Olsen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Operating from the gun. Olsen over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run the counter. Parker, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Anderson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Olsen.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And it's fielded at the 34.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Anderson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Anderson.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Pass hauled in by Johnston.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. That is caught by a diving Thomas. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, open is Thomas. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Gibbs on the toss left.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Quentin Johnston
from 6 yards away.
And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Jaguars back with it on offense.
They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Olsen.
And he'll find Gibson here complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Parker. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Parker, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Olsen.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Olsen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Olsen. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Off the play fake, Anderson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Off play action, Anderson.
It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw, Anderson.
Complete to Johnston here. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Looking to throw, Anderson.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw, Anderson.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And he's got it, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning, because remember...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Pat Freiermuth, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. To the right side, he's got Parker.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll find Parker again, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd and 2. Olsen, throw left side, complete. That's Parker. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Anderson on 1st down.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Anderson.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Anderson.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Olsen. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st down, Olsen.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On third down, Olsen. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On the double.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Colts, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season.